present tense, past tense. In present tense, yes, sir. In present tense, we have studied about is four kinds. That is in the first part of the video, in the previous one, we have studied about present indefinite tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, and present perfect continuous tense. Okay, with the formulas along with the examples. In the same way, we have also studied about the past tense. About past tense and with the different kinds. I am just telling you what we have completed in the previous video. We have also completed our past tense. Again with its four kinds, that is okay. So we have also completed our past tense with past indefinite tense, past continuous tense, past perfect tense, past perfect continuous tense with the formula along with the examples. Students, in today's video, we are going to see or we are going to study our future tense. So students, our today's topic is future tense. Just a minute. In future tense also we are going to see the four kinds. Okay, that is future indefinite tense, future continuous tense, future perfect tense, and future perfect continuous tense. Future tense also has got four kinds. That is your okay. So now in this video we are going to see about the future tense with its four kinds. That is future indefinite tense, future continuous tense, future perfect tense and future perfect continuous tense. So these are the four types of, or you can say these are the four kinds of future tense, okay, which we are going to see with the formula along with the examples. So students, future tense is used to express some future actions or event that are going to be happen in future. Okay, so this your future tense is related to the action or the work which will be done in future. Okay, so now we are going to see, first we are going to see future indefinite tense. Okay, the formula and the examples related to future indefinite tense. So our first topic is future indefinite tense. So the formula for the related future indefinite tense is so the formula related so the formula related for future indefinite tense is your subject plus shall or will, depends upon the subject, plus verb first form and object. Now let's see the example related to future indefinite tense according to the formula. As you can see, a formula is given on the board. Subject plus shall or will plus verb first form plus object. So we are going to see some examples related to future indefinite tense according to the formula given over here. So your example, sentence is on the board. I shall talk to him. Where according to the formula you can see I is your subject, shall, talk is your verb of first form, and to him, your him is the object. So according to the formula, the sentence is written on the board. I hope the sentence is clear, or the example is clear according to the formula. Here I shall talk to him, where I is your subject, shall as it is in the future tense, talk that is a verb of first form, to him. Let's see next example. The next example is she will sing a song. According to the formula again, she is your subject, will as it is in the future tense, sing verb of first form, and a song, your song is the object. One more example. The next example is Ram will go to school. Again, to make it more clear, Ram is your subject. Will, as it is in the future tense. Go, verb of first form, to school. Okay, school here is your object. So here are the three examples related to the future indefinite tense along with the formula. The formula for future indefinite tense is subject plus shall or will plus verb of first form plus object. Examples related to the future indefinite tense are I shall talk to him, she will sing a song, Ram will go to school. So, students, here on the board, you can see the formula as well as the three examples related to your future indefinite tense. Now we are going to see how to make a negative sentence in future indefinite tense. So now we are going to see the formula and the examples of negative sentence in future indefinite tense. How to frame a negative sentence in future indefinite tense. First we are going to see the formula and then we are going to see the examples related to it. Okay, so let's see the formula for it. The formula for it is the formula for negative sentence in future indefinite tense is subject plus will or shall plus not plus verb first form and plus the object. So formula you can see on the board, and now we are going to see the few examples related to the negative sentence in future indefinite tense, or how you can make a negative sentence in future indefinite tense. The example is I shall not love him. According to the formula you can say I is your subject, shall, okay, not as it is a negative sentence, and will, we are using shall over here as it is a future indefinite tense. So I shall not is your negative sentence, love is your verb of first form, and is your him is the object. So the example is I shall not love him. Okay. Now let's see the next example of the same. The example is I shall not go for picnic. As you can see, sorry, it's we. Okay, so here we shall not go for picnic. Okay, so here shall not go for picnic, where we is your subject, shall it is in the future indefinite tense, okay. Not, it is a negative sentence. Go is the verb of first form and picnic is your object. So we shall not go for picnic. Let's see the next example. The next example is, he will not get angry with you. Again here, he is the subject, will not is the negative sentence, get angry with you. So here on the board you can see the three examples with formula related to negative sentence in future indefinite tense. I am repeating: formula, subject plus will or shall plus not plus verb first form plus object. And according to the formula, the examples are: I shall not love him, we shall not go for picnic, he will not get angry with you. Now students, now we are going to see how to frame interrogative sentence in future indefinite tense with the help of the formula along with the examples. Now, how to frame interrogative sentence in future indefinite tense. The formula: so the formula for the interrogative sentence in future indefinite tense is now the formula for interrogative sentence in future indefinite tense is why or how plus will or shall plus subject plus verb of first form plus object and a question mark. We have to place a question mark over here as it is a interrogative sentence. Whenever interrogative sentence is there, you have to put a question mark at the last of the sentence. So let's see the example related to the interrogative sentence in future indefinite tense. The example is The example is, will he keep silent in the meeting? Okay, so here according to the formula, will, as a question is asked, so will, he is your subject, keep is your verb of first form, silent in the meeting, your meeting is the object. So let's see the next example related to the interrogative sentence in future indefinite tense. The sentence or the example for the future indefinite tense. Shall I tell you something important? Let's see the next example. Next example. So here the example, three examples I have given you over here related along with the formula to interrogative sentence in future indefinite tense. Formula, as I told you, why or how plus will or shall plus subject plus verb of first form plus object and a question mark. So examples related to the interrogative sentence in future indefinite tense are, will he keep silent in the meeting? Shall I tell you something important? Will he give you his pen? So these three sentences are examples of the interrogative sentence in future indefinite tense. Now, here students, we have completed our future indefinite tense. Now we are going to start with future continuous tense. Students, now we are going to start with future continuous tense. Students, future continuous tense is used to express an action that will be continuing at some point in future. So the formula for the future continuous is so the formula related to the future continuous is subject plus will or shall plus be plus verb of first form plus ing plus object. So this is the formula related to future continuous. Now let's see the examples related to future continuous tense according with the formula. So the example is the sentence is, or the example is, he will be ringing the bell. So according to the formula, here he is your subject, will, as it is in the future continuous tense, will be. Okay, so tense, ringing is your verb of first form, okay, plus ing, and the bell, here bell is your object. So according to the formula, the example is he will be ringing the bell. Let's see the next example. Next example is she will be making a noise. Here again, she is your subject, will be future continuous, making verb first form, a noise where noise is your object. So the example is she will be making a noise. Let's see the next example. The next example is Rita will be cooking the food. So here are the three examples of future continuous tense along with the formula. The formula is subject plus will or shall plus be plus verb of first form plus ing and plus object. The three examples according to the formula of future continuous tense are he will be ringing the bell, she will be making a noise, Rita will be cooking the food. So these are the three examples along with the formula related to future continuous tense. Students, now we are going to see, again we are going to see how to make negative sentence in future continuous tense. In every tense we are seeing the negative as well as how to flip interrogative sentence also. So now here we have seen continuous future continuous tense formula as well as the example. Now we are going to see the how to make a negative sentence in future continuous tense with the formula as well as with the examples. So now we are going to see how to make negative sentence. Negative sentence in future continuous tense. Let's see the formula for it. The formula for negative sentence in future continuous tense is subject plus shall or will plus not plus be plus verb first form plus ing plus object. Students, formula of every tense is important because it helps you in framing the sentence correctly. So try to learn the formulae to make the sentence correct. So let's see the negative example of the negative sentence in future continuous tense. The sentence is, he will not be making a fun of you. According to the formula, he is your subject. He is a subject. Okay. Will, as it is a future tense. Not be. Not is your negative sentence. Here be, making is your verb of first form plus ing. Okay, a fun of you, and you is your object. So here he will not be making a fun of you. Now let's see the next example. The next example is, he will not be planning best for the future. Now let's see the next example again to make it more clear. The sentence is, I shall not be supporting him for his foolish work. So students, here on the board you can see the formula as well as the 3 examples related to the negative sentence in future continuous tense. So the formula for the negative sentence in future continuous tense is subject plus shall or will plus not plus be plus verb of first form plus object. Here in the example you can see, he will not be making a fun of you. Again the next example, he will not be planning best for the future. The last example of negative sentence in future continuous tense is, I shall not be supporting him for his foolish work. So these are the 3 examples along with the formula of the negative sentence in future continuous tense. Now students, we are going to see the interrogative sentence in future continuous tense. So first we are going to see the formula related to the interrogative sentence in future continuous tense. Okay, as you can see on the board, I've written the formula. The formula is why or how plus will or shall. This slash, here this slash denotes the or. Okay, you can't place will or shall at the same time in a one single sentence. So it will be shall or will. Okay, so why or how, will or shall plus subject plus be plus verb first form plus ing plus object and a question mark, as it is an interrogative sentence. So a question mark is essential to be placed over there. Now let's see the examples related to the interrogative sentence in future continuous tense. The example is okay, so the example is written on the board according to the formula. Where will he be staying at Shimla? Staying at Shimla and the question mark, as it is the interrogative sentence. So whenever question is asked in the starting, you place why, how, where. Okay, so these are few terms, few words which you use when an interrogative sentence is there. So where, okay, will, as it is the continuous tense, so he is your subject over here. Be, as it is in the continuous tense, staying is the verb of first form plus ing at Shimla. Shimla is your object over here. So where will he be staying at Shimla? So according to the the formula of the interrogative sentence in future continuous tense, this example is where will he be staying at Shimla, where he is your subject, staying is the verb of first form plus ing, and at Shimla is your object. So the sentence is where will he be staying at Shimla. Now let's see the next example. sentence is, why will you be punishing him? Again, the question is asked, so we will start the sentence with why. Okay, will, as it is in a future tense. You is your subject over here. Be, as it is in the continuous tense, punishing verb of first form plus ing, and him is the object. Now let's see the next example. The next example is, so the next example is, will they be putting their empty glasses on the table? So now you can see the three examples along with the formula of the interrogative sentence in future continuous tense. Formula is, I am repeating, formula is why or how plus will or shall plus. So now we are going to start with future perfect tense. Students, future perfect denotes that action will be completed in the future before another action future take place. Okay, so now we are going to see the formula related for future perfect tense. So the formula for future perfect tense is, so the formula for future perfect tense is subject plus shall or will plus have plus verb of third form plus object. So this is the formula related to future perfect tense. Now we are going to see the examples related to it. The examples here I am writing on the board. The sentence is, they will have done perfectly well. Okay, so now here in the sentence, they is your subject. Okay, will have done, here the done is your verb of third form and perfectly well. So the example is, they will have done perfectly well. Now let's see the next example. The next example is, I shall have solve the problem. Here, according to the formula, your I is your subject, shall, as it is in the future, okay, have solved. Your solved is the verb of the third form. The problem, your problem is the object. So according to the formula of the future perfect tense, examples is I shall have solved the problem. Now let's see the next example. The example is the train will have reached the station by the time. Here your train is the subject, will, as it is in the future tense, will have reached. Reached is your verb of the third form, and the station, here station is your object by time. Okay, so here train is your subject, reached verb of third form, and station is your object. So the sentence is the train will have reached the station by time. So the formula for the future perfect tense is shall plus, subject plus shall or will plus have plus verb of third form plus object. The examples related to future perfect tense are they will have done perfectly well, I shall have solved the problem, the train will have reached the station by time. So these are the three examples along with the formula of future perfect tense. Now, as we have seen the formula as well as the example of future perfect tense, students, now we are going to see how to make a negative sentence in future perfect tense. Okay. So let's see how to make a negative sentence in future perfect tense. So here is the formula of the negative sentence in future perfect tense. The formula is the formula for the negative sentence in future perfect tense is subject plus will or shall plus not plus have plus verb of third form and plus object. So here is the formula written on the board. Now let's see the sentence related to negative sentence in future perfect tense. So here is the sentence. The example is the cobbler will not have repaired my shoes by or till that moment. Okay, by that moment or by till moment. Okay, so here according to the formula as you can see on the board, your cobbler is your subject, will as it is in the future tense, not as it is the sentence is negative. Have repaired, your repaired is the verb of your third form, and shoes is your object. So this is the sentence or the example related to the negative sentence in future perfect tense. Now let's see the next example. Okay, now the second sentence or the second example related to negative sentence in future perfect tense is she will not have changed her hairstyle. Okay, so this is the sentence related to negative sentence in future perfect tense. Now let's see the next example. So, the next example, the magician will not have shown his tricks by that time. Again, according to the subject over here, magician, the magician will not have shown his tricks by that time. Here, your magician is the subject. Okay, will not have shown is your verb of third form and tricks is your object. So, according to the formula, the three examples related to negative sentence in future perfect tense are the cobbler will not have repaired my shoes by or that or till that moment. Next example of the same, she will not have changed her hairstyle. Third one, the magician will not have shown his tricks by that time. So these students, here are the three examples along with the formula of negative sentence in future perfect tense. Now students, we are going to see the interrogative sentence in future perfect tense. How to make interrogative sentence in future perfect tense. formula related to the interrogative sentence. So the formula for interrogative sentence in future perfect tense is why or how plus will or shall plus subject plus have plus verb of third form plus object and the question mark. So formula we have seen. Now we are going to see the examples related to it. So the example I am writing on the board. The sentence is where shall I have kept my books? So students, according to the formula, as you can see, as it is a interrogative sentence, so we will start with where, how, when. Okay, so these are the few words which are used when the question is asked. So where, shall, as it is a future tense. Okay, so I is your subject over here. Have, kept is a verb of your third form, and my books, your books is your object. So according to the formula, this example is given over here. The example is where shall I have kept my books, where I is your subject, kept is your verb of third form, and books is your object. Now let's see the next example. To make the formula more clear, the next example is the next example is how will you have made up your mind to go for such a tough job? Now let's see the next example. The example is shall I have put the papers under the paper weight? So students, these are the three examples along with the formula of the interrogative sentence in future perfect tense. I am repeating the formula: why or how plus shall or will plus subject plus have plus verb of third form plus object and a question mark. The three examples of the interrogative sentence in future perfect tense are: where shall I have kept my books? How will you have made up your mind to go for such a tough job? Shall I have put the papers under the paper weight? So these are the three examples along with the formula of interrogative sentence in future perfect tense. Now students, here we have completed our future perfect tense along with the formulae as well as the examples. Okay. So now we are going to start with future perfect continuous tense. Now we are going to see now let's see the formula for the future perfect continuous tense. The formula for future perfect continuous tense is subject plus will or shall plus have plus been plus verb of first form plus ing plus object for or since plus time. So this is the formula for the future perfect continuous tense. Let's see the example or how to frame the sentence according to the formula of future perfect continuous tense. Now your example is: the sentence is Geeta will have been telling a story for 2 hours. So here according to the formula, your Geeta is your subject, will have been telling is your verb of first form plus ing. Okay. Story is your object. Okay. And for 2 hours, here 2 hours denote your the time. Okay. For 2 hours is telling your time. So Geeta will have been telling a story for 2 hours. So according to the formula, Geeta is your subject, will have been. Telling is your verb of first form plus ing. A story, story is your object. And for 2 hours, your 2 hours denotes the time. Now let's see the next example. The sentence is: I shall have been painting a picture for 4 days. As this is the example of the future perfect continuous tense. So according to the formula, I is your subject, shall have been painting is your verb of first form, a picture, here picture is your object, and for 4 days, here 4 days denotes the time. So according to the formula, I shall have been painting a picture for 4 days. Now let's see next example. The next example is Sita will have been washing her clothes since morning. Again, in the sentence, Sita is denoting the subject. Will have been. Washing is the verb of first form plus ing. Clothes here, her clothes here is your object, and since morning is denoting the time. So the three examples along with the formula future perfect tense, future perfect continuous tense are: Geeta will have been telling a story for 2 hours. I shall have been painting a picture for 4 days. Sita will have been washing her clothes since morning. So these are the three examples along with the formula of future perfect continuous tense. Now let's see, students, how to make a negative sentence in future perfect continuous tense. Here we have seen the formula and the three examples of future perfect continuous tense. Now we are going to see the formula as well as the examples. Of future perfect continuous tense. Okay, now we are going to see the formula for the negative sentence. Now the formula for the negative sentence. Now this is the formula for the negative sentence in future perfect continuous tense. As you can see, the formula is subject plus shall or will plus not plus have plus been plus verb of first form plus ing plus object plus since or for and plus time. Let's see the examples according to the formula of negative sentence in future perfect continuous tense. example is he will not have been getting success in his business for 4 years. So according to the formula, as you can see, we have written he will not have been getting success in his business for 4 years. Now let's see the next example. Next example, let's see. The next sentence is she will not have been doing work since morning. Here you can see according to the formula. Again, she is your subject over here. Will not have been. Doing is your verb of first form plus ing. Work is your object, and since morning is showing your time. As above also, he will not have been getting success in his business for 4 years. And the next sentence is she will not have been doing work since morning. Let's see the next example. The next example is they will not have been dancing on the English tune for 2 hours. So here on the board you can see the three examples along with the formula of the negative sentence in future perfect continuous tense. The formula is subject plus shall or will plus not plus have plus been plus verb of first form plus ing plus object plus since or for and plus time. The examples are he will not have been getting success in his business for 4 years. Since, next example, she will not have been doing work since morning. And the last example is of future perfect continuous tenses. They will not have been dancing on the English tune for 2 hours. So these are the three examples along with the formula of negative sentence in perfect future continuous tense. Now let's see how to frame interrogative sentence in future perfect continuous tense. Now we are going to see the formula for the interrogative sentence in future perfect continuous tense. So the formula for the interrogative sentence future perfect continuous tense is why or how plus shall or will plus subject plus have plus been plus verb of first form plus ing plus object plus for or since plus time and a question mark. As it is interrogative sentence, so we have to put question mark in the last of the sentence. So let's see the examples related to the interrogative sentence in future perfect continuous tense. So the first example, the sentence is will he have been smoking for 10 minutes? So the sentence is will he have been smoking for 10 minutes? So here in this sentence, will as a question is asked, so will he is your subject, have been smoking, smoking is your verb of first form. For 10 minutes, here 10 minutes is showing your time. Okay, he is your subject, have been smoking is your verb of first form plus ing, and your for 10 minutes is showing your time. So this is the sentence according to the interrogative sentence in future perfect continuous tense. Now let's see the next example to make it more clear. The sentence is why will she have been dusting the room? So again according to the formula, why as a question is asked, so why will as it is in the future tense, she is your subject over here, have been, dusting is your verb for dusting is the verb of first form plus ing, and the room, here room is the object. So here why question is asked, she is your subject, dusting is the verb of first form, and room is the object. So according to the formula, why will she have been dusting the room? Now let's see the next example. The next example is will they have been staring at you with anger since morning? So here again as a question is asked, so we will start with will. They is the subject, have been, staring is the verb of first form plus ing, at you, here you is your object, with anger since morning shows you the time. So on the board you can see the formula along with the three examples related to the interrogative sentence in future perfect continuous tense. I am repeating the formula: why or how plus shall or will plus subject plus have plus been plus verb of first form plus ing plus object plus sense of plus time and plus a question mark, as it is an interrogative question. So now examples as I have written on the board. Will he have been smoking for 10 minutes? In this sentence, he is the subject, smoking is your verb of first form plus ing, and for 10 minutes is showing you the time. In the next one, why will she have been dusting the room? So as a question is asked, so why we are starting with why? Will, as it is a future tense. She is the subject, have been, dusting is your verb of first form, and the room, her room is your object. In the same way, why will they have been staring at you with anger since morning? So these are the three examples along with the formula of interrogative sentence in future perfect continuous tense. So students, here we have completed our tenses, that is your present tense, past tense and future tense with their formula as well as with the examples.